Imagine holding a piece of history in your hands, an artifact so precious, so tied to tragedy, that it could change everything we thought we knew about the Titanic. But what if that piece, once thought to be lost forever, vanished into the abyss of the ocean, never to be seen again? This is the story of a rare Titanic artifact, a diamond-encrusted brooch, that disappeared without a trace, and with it, a mystery that has haunted the world for over a century. Was it stolen? Was it lost forever in the wreckage? Or is it still out there, waiting to be uncovered by someone daring enough to search the deep? Let's dive into the heart of this captivating enigma. The RMS Titanic, a vessel heralded as the epitome of human achievement in the early 20th century, met a tragic end on April 15, 1912. It sank into the cold depths of the North Atlantic Ocean after striking an iceberg, taking with it the lives of over 1,500 passengers and crew. The world watched in horror as one of the most luxurious and technologically advanced ships of its time vanished, leaving only a few survivors and countless questions behind. Madeleine Astor was only 19 years old when she boarded the RMS Titanic in April of 1912. She was traveling with her husband, John Jacob Astor, one of the wealthiest men in America. Astor was a business magnate who had amassed a fortune in real estate, but his marriage to Madeleine raised eyebrows due to the significant age difference. John Jacob Astor was 47 years her senior, but their marriage was one of the most talked-about unions of the time. On board the Titanic, Madeleine Astor was wearing an exquisite piece of jewelry, a diamond-encrusted brooch. The brooch, which had been a gift from her husband, was not just a piece of jewelry. It was a symbol of the wealth and luxury that defined the Astor family. The brooch was made from diamonds and set in the shape of a flower, with a large center stone surrounded by smaller diamonds. It was said to be one of the most valuable pieces of jewelry on board the Titanic. As the Titanic made its fateful journey from Southampton to New York, no one could have predicted the disaster that was about to unfold. In the early hours of April 15, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg, causing the ship to sink in less than 3 hours. Over 1,500 people perished that night, including John Jacob Astor. Madeleine, however, survived the sinking and was rescued by the RMS Carpathia, but the brooch was never seen again. In 1985, nearly 73 years after the Titanic sank, the wreckage was finally discovered by oceanographer Robert Ballard and his team. The discovery of the Titanic's resting place at a depth of over 12,000 feet in the North Atlantic was a monumental achievement. It sparked a renewed interest in the Titanic and its lost treasures. In the years that followed, numerous expeditions were launched to recover artifacts from the wreck. These expeditions were conducted by both private and governmental organizations, and they managed to recover thousands of items from the Titanic, including fine china, pieces of the ship's hull, and personal items belonging to passengers. Some of these artifacts were preserved and displayed in museums, while others were sold at auctions for millions of dollars. Yet, despite the numerous items recovered, the diamond brooch that belonged to Madeleine Astor remained missing. Some believed that it had been lost during the chaos of the sinking, while others speculated that it had been stolen during the early recovery expeditions. Several theories have emerged over the years regarding the disappearance of the brooch. One possibility is that the brooch was lost in the immediate aftermath of the Titanic's sinking. As the ship sank, passengers were forced to abandon their belongings in the chaos of the lifeboat evacuation. Items that were not immediately needed or could not be carried were left behind. The brooch could have been lost in the scramble to escape the sinking ship, or it may have been swept away by the waves in the hours that followed. Another theory is that the brooch was recovered during one of the early salvage expeditions. In the 1980s and early 1990s, there were reports of artifacts being stolen from the Titanic's wreckage during the recovery efforts. Some have suggested that the brooch may have been among these stolen items, sold on the black market or hidden by those who recovered it. However, there has been no concrete evidence to support this claim, and no one has ever been charged with stealing artifacts from the Titanic. A more speculative theory suggests that the brooch may still be lying somewhere in the Titanic wreckage, buried under layers of sediment and debris. The wreckage of the Titanic is vast, and parts of it have shifted over the years due to deep-sea currents. The brooch could have been pushed into an area of the wreck that is yet to be fully explored or discovered. Some believe that it is only a matter of time before the brooch is found, as future expeditions continue to search the site. Over the years, The search for the missing brooch has become a subject of fascination for historians, treasure hunters, and Titanic enthusiasts alike. The allure of the missing artifact lies not only in its historical significance, but also in the mystery surrounding its disappearance. For many, the brooch represents a link to the past, a piece of history that has been lost to the depths of the ocean. In recent years, technology has advanced to the point where deeper and more precise dives can be made into the wreck. Using remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and submersible crafts, explorers can now map and search areas of the Titanic wreck that were previously inaccessible. This has led to renewed hopes that the brooch, along with other lost artifacts, might one day be found. The mystery of the lost Titanic artifact remains unsolved, and the brooch continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. Is it hidden somewhere deep within the Titanic wreckage? Or has it been lost to time? Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. What makes the story of the missing brooch so compelling is not just its value, but the larger mystery it represents. The Titanic itself is a symbol of human ambition, technological advancement, and fragility of life. The artifact recovered from the wreck offers a glimpse into the lives of those who were aboard, but the missing brooch serves as a reminder that some pieces of history may never be fully understood. The Titanic disaster and the mystery of the lost brooch continue to resonate with people today, nearly 110 years after the ship sank. The brooch, like so many other artifacts in the ship, is a tangible connection to the past, a symbol of the lives lost and the mystery that remains. As technology advances and new expeditions are launched, the search for the lost Titanic artifact continues. Perhaps one day, the brooch will be found and the mystery of its disappearance will finally be solved. Until then, it remains a haunting enigma, one that adds to the enduring legacy of the Titanic. The mystery of the lost Titanic artifact is just one of the many unanswered questions surrounding the ill-fated ship. As time passes and more research is conducted, it's possible that new clues will surface, offering more insight into the fate of the brooch. For now, it remains a symbol of the Titanic's lasting legacy, an enduring mystery that has captivated generations. The story of the Titanic is filled with heartbreak, intrigue, and unanswered questions. And as we continue to explore these mysteries, who knows what we might uncover next? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the lost Titanic artifact and want to explore more captivating crime stories and unsolved mysteries, make sure to subscribe to The Silent Confession. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and join us as we uncover the secrets of the past. Until next time, keep questioning, keep searching, and keep listening.